Hello, I'm James Cassidy, and welcome to Dkit Film Review. This week we're going to look at our film of the week, which is Logan, and we'll also be celebrating 20 years of the film release of Donnie Darko, a cult classic. In studio, we're going to get our critics to review their up-and-coming films, but firstly, we're going to go to LA, to Ross McCluskey, and the red carpet at the Oscars.
Hi, I'm Russell McCluskey, and this is your Oscars overview. There was a surprise win tonight for Casey Affleck. He won Best Actor for his performance in Manchester by the Sea. Many people believed Affleck would not get the award, considering there are many allegations of sexual harassment against the man. Another surprise win tonight was that Suicide Squad, despite being a critical failure, won for Best Hair and Makeup at the Oscars. It beat Star Trek in this category. And the obvious controversy that everybody's talking about is that La La Land was announced for Best Picture, despite Moonlight actually winning. Many people are putting the blame on Warren Beatty for this, where he was not at fault whatsoever. Thank you.
Thanks, Rossa. Now we come to our film of the week, and our man Richie DeLea caught up with Hugh Jackman, and they talked shop in an exclusive interview.
Mr. Jackman, thank you for being here. My first question is, how different is it shooting R-rated violence as opposed to PG-13 rated violence?
Well, that's interesting. A little bit different, but for me, the R-rated, yeah, it is violent, and at times it's like, oh, but it's more R-rated for the story and the drama in it. I went back and watched Unforgiven just before we did this, because that was really an inspiration, and there's that great scene where the guy's on the toilet and he gets shot, or the other guy and he's shot and Clint's like yelling, like, give him some water, and it's that idea that you sit inside these moments. It's not just sort of glib, it's not just sort of slick or clean.
Secondly, I have heard that for the seizure sequences, the cameramen actually physically shake their cameras. How did you pull off your performance for those sequences?
I had a rope attached to me, so that I was really, and I said, I want you guys, and I'd have two guys actually pulling back on me as I'm going forward, because I wanted that real. I had 3 layers of clothing. The last was a suede jacket. There was sweat going through the outside of that suede jacket. It was, wow. Because I really wanted that feeling of effort to go through. Yeah.
Finally, there's a scene in Logan where Sir Patrick Stewart's character is watching Shane, and he mentions a time to where he's seen Shane in theaters and how it was a very important moment for him. I'm wondering if there's a similar memory of a film or theater experience for you.
Many. First thing I saw was The Wizard of Oz. And then I remember a lot going to the drive-in. We used to go to a beach holiday place every year, and we go to the drive-in. Now, I'm a family of 5 kids, and when you're the youngest, you sit in the very back. So imagine me in the drive-in. My memory is looking through faces, and then my dad, it's raining, so the windscreen wipers are going faces. I'm trying to watch this movie, but Dad's like, I bought the tickets, we're going to watch the whole thing. I have that memory. Seeing my dad cry at E.T., one of the first times I'd ever seen him cry.
Wow.
And Indiana Jones. That, when I saw that
Thanks,
movie,
Richie.
that was...
The guy gets all the good kicks. We're going to cut to a commercial break, but we have some great stuff upcoming in the show, so stay tuned, and we'll see you then. Welcome back to the show. Donnie Darko is celebrating its 20th anniversary. And in studio I have Rosa McCluskey, who will basically gives a little rundown on the movie itself. I know it's one of your favorite films, Rosa.
It is, yeah. And in this film, Jake Gyllenhaal plays, I think he's 15 years old, and his name is Donnie Darko, and he has some form of mental illness, and he experiments with several vices, as you would expect a teenager to do. But there's a sense of a Deus Ex Machina in this film, where things just happen and they're not necessarily logical, but the writer wrote it and it advances the plot anyway. But regardless of that, the movie is absolutely fantastic.
Right, and you'd recommend it to anybody? It's
Definitely.
a particularly good movie, actually.
It is.
Tell you what, let's have a little look at Australia's 5th favourite film. Hi, back again. In studio we have Ross McCluskey, Richie DeLea, and Kylie Boyd. What's going on, guys?
Well, I'm actually pretty excited for Alien Covenant. It's a return to the series, being directed by Ridley Scott, and it's one of the 3 films this year being released in 70mm film, so it looks pretty good.
And I know you're a sci-fi fan, so
Very
it's
much so, yeah.
fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kylie?
I'm definitely looking forward to the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie. It's coming out very soon, and it's the final one in the series, but it's been 6 years since the last one was released, so I can't wait for that. They're definitely my favourite series of movies.
My kids love that whole franchise. It's fantastic. Rosa?
I'm really looking forward to the next Guardians of the Galaxy film. It's coming in May. It's being shot in 8K, and so that's exciting. And I just had so much fun watching the first one. I just cannot wait to see the next one.
Yeah, me too. I'm really looking forward to that. Another film I'm looking forward to is Dunkirk.
Yeah.
What a movie.
Probably the most anticipated movie of the year, I think. It's a World War II film, being directed by Christopher Nolan, and Tom Hardy and Cillian Murphy both star, so really looking forward to it.
Me too. Tell you what, let's give you a taste of that particular movie, Dunkirk.
You can practically see it from here.
What?
Home.
Great stuff. But that's all we have time for this week. I'd like to say thank you very much for all the studio guests, for all your contributions. And I've been James Cassidy, and this has been DKIT Film Review.